Beneath the ground here in the province of Lydia, in the so-called Geddes Basin, lie an estimated 25 billion barrels worth of oil. The owner, Murti Energy, says if it were to drill out all the oil it could, all at once, there'd be enough to supply Turkey's energy needs for a year. Murti drills 500 barrels a day from this field, making it a modest-sized one compared to the giants of the Gulf. But for a small firm like Murti, it's a big prize.
It has a very thick, what we call source rock, the rock that has original carbons inside that creates the hydrocarbons, the oil. And according to our investigation, we learned out that it is one of the richest in the world.
The national oil company TPAO and international oil companies like Shell have been exploring quite a lot in Turkey, particularly in the southeast, the northwest, and offshore in the Black Sea and the Mediterranean. But fields like Murti's, which it saw as a big find, are judged by the majors to be too small to bother with and are passed up.
We have prolific potential basins that has oil and gas. But unfortunately, the structure-wise, because of the complexity of the geology, the traps are not huge. They are not giant, but they are smaller pools, but many. So it requires a little bit more intensive care and look for, but it pays off, although they are smaller. So instead of having one big giant field, you have 10 different fields drilling, 2, 3, 5 of them. It gives the same amount.
Right now, Turkey needs every extra drop of oil which it can find on its own territory. The bill for imported oil and gas has now reached $60 billion a year, roughly equivalent to the whole current account deficit. And since Turkish industry is increasing its demand for energy by 8% a year, the situation is becoming ever more critical. Drilling from Turkey's small and scattered oil fields is becoming a national priority. But since the oil majors are reluctant to do so, the job falls to smaller firms. Energy analysts say there should be incentives to bring new players into the industry.
We should allow very small companies to explore for oil and gas and then, effectively produce them and sell them to the national grids, which is not present in the current legislation. Turkish companies have learned to exploit small fields, to look for them efficiently and to use the best technology. So that's the way to go.
Companies like Murti need money to explore new fields, and it's trying to persuade international banks to open their taps. But few are aware that Turkey possesses any oil deposits. Murti may have to make several more surprise finds, like its one in Lydia, before the world's bankers see the attractions of Turkish oil.